Well, here I am at my great friend Charlie Magri, the former champion of the world. Charlie's pub in London, the Victoria, doing a book signing with my other great friend Dave Boy Green, who's also signing his book. I bought my first pair of boxing boots of Charlie Magri. We came over on the team from Ireland, and I was given a few bob to spend on the Irish, on the boxing team. And I used to box in a pair of runners, a pair of track shoes. And I went to Charlie Magri sports shop, and I met Charlie, the champion of the world, and I bought my first pair of boots off him. And I said to him, I was only a young boy, I said, I'm going to be a champion one day. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. I remember Joe coming in the shop and I thought to myself, I said to him, where are you boxing tonight, mate? He went at the Port of Tumrums near Liverpool Street, and I said, I'll be there. I was going to that show that night. I saw Joe win. You won the fight, didn't you?
First round.
He won it in the first round with my pair of boots.
Yeah.
What did you think of Charlie as a fighter, Joe?
Oh, great. Champion of the world. Charlie achieved what every boxer that climbs to the rope dreams about. Dreams about winning the championship of the world. Charlie got to live the dream, and he was a great champion.
Of course, you're with Dave Boy Green here.
Another great champion of the boxing ring, who almost could have been champion of the world.
I didn't quite make it. I had two shots. I fought Carlos Palomino and, of course, the great Sugar Ray Leonard. So I fought two great fighters, but I never quite won the world title, which that's what you want to win.
And what was it about Dave Boy Green? What was his style?
Dave Boy Green's sheer courage, tenacity, toughness. He's just unfortunate that Sugar Ray Leonard, who was one of the greatest of all time,
I said before, I said to my father, I was either born too early or too late. I was there at the wrong time.
Can I say something about Dave? I'll tell you about Dave, honestly. That guy he always wanted to win. Then you get fighters that go into fights, they get scared and all that, but Dave, he wanted to win. He didn't go in there to lose. He boxed great fighters as well.
And do you all miss the fight game?
Not so much now. I've been retired 25 years, but I did miss it for a start. But I think you've got to accept that you've only got a small year, sort of 7 to 10 years in the game, and then get out and do something else. And lucky for me and Charlie, we're both doing well in business, and I think that's what it's all about. When you retire from boxing, there's so many boys who don't find out what they're good at, and that's the end. But at least me and Charlie are doing something now, and we're still carrying on, the good work and enjoying ourselves.
What was your favourite fight, Charlie, that you took part in?
Well, I thought, I'll never forget, Terry Lawless. I had a Mexican, I was fighting this Mexican guy, and he pulled out, and he said to me, don't worry, son, he said, that boy's pulled out, we've got you a nice easy Argentinian called Santos Lecia. And I thought, yeah, lovely. He goes, I eased down in training, and then I got in with this guy, and he put me down in the first punch he threw, he put me on the deck at the elbow. I got up, I won on points. I had his fight overhead, and Santos Lecia, his next fight, he won a world title, defended it 11 times, and become one of the all-time greatest fighters. I beat him before he won it.
Fantastic.
That was the best fight I had.
What about you? What was your favourite fight?
My favourite fight, I think, was beating John H. Tracy, because John was a former world champion, and I was unbeaten at the time, and John was my 24th fight. Fighting a former world champion was a big thing for me. To beat John, to then fight Palomino, is what I dreamed about. But I didn't quite beat him. Losing to Palomino, really, that's what I wanted to do, and I lost to Carlos. But no, I think my best fight was against John H. Tracy.
Joe, you want to sum up? What is it all you fighters have in common then, do you think?
Respect for each other.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what fighters have for each other. They have respect. To climb into the boxing ring, first and foremost, you've got to have self-respect. But then you have respect for your opponent, because you know what you've had to endure, the training, the sacrifices, and you know that your opponent has endured the same. And if he beats you, he only beats you because he's that little bit more skillful than you. It's not because of anything else. He's just that little bit more skillful and that little bit better than you.
Is that right?
I think so. I've got to tell you, I fought two men for the World Championship, Carlos Palomino and Sugar Ray Leonard, and I've had dinner with Carlos Palomino in California, and then I've been to Sugar Ray Leonard's house and had dinner with Sugar Ray Leonard's house, and that's what it's about, respect for each other, and and they're great guys.
But Sugar Ray Leonard, he didn't train any harder than you trained.
Of course he didn't.
He was just that little bit better than you.
He was more talented, that's it.
That's what, he trained every bit as hard as what Dave Boy Green trained.
That's what I like about.
He trained harder than anything, but they didn't have to train as hard as us.
That's what I like about fighters. All fighters, they're very, very friendly. You can fight someone for 12 rounds, have a right hard fight, and after the fight, you'll have a drink with him.
That's it.
It's fantastic, really lovely people.
Which is what is happening tonight. You're all having a drink together.
That's
tonight.
Oh, it's great.
Absolutely.
We're down at Charlie's pub. It's fantastic atmosphere in Charlie's pub. It's fantastic. The only thing you've got to be careful of is don't ring the bell for last orders.